we touched on, the pay review stuff, and it's actually harmful for genuine scientists like yourself and others that are actually doing it. So like, is there? Do you have to go to court? Like, what's the solution to stopping all this?
The ultimate solution would be this. So I asked ChatGPT, why are billionaires funding attacks on plastics? Right? Because it's a mystery to me. I mean, these people should be smart. And I couldn't work out, why is Michael Bloomberg, for example, on record as funding beyond petrochemicals and beyond plastics? And it's not a secret, right? He's out there saying, I'm against plastic and I'm giving these people money to attack plastic. So I'm not exposing some secret. And the answer is this: ChatGPT said, well, it's this simple. The billionaires think plastic is part of the petrochemical industry. That's fossil fuel. That means global warming. Therefore, plastics are bad, right? And it's basically 5-year-old thinking, to be honest. Because what you need to ask yourself is not if something has an impact. Everything has an impact. But do plastics have more or less impact than the alternatives? Because if you're against plastic, that means now people have to buy paper, metal, or glass, right? Because they've got to put their groceries in something. They've got to build their houses out of something. And when you study that, you find out that replacing plastic increases impact in 90% of cases. And not by a little bit. Sorry. Replacing plastic means 4 times more waste, 3 times more greenhouse gas, and using twice as much fossil fuel. So that's what these billionaires, in their wisdom, never thought to check. Right? Plastic does use fossil fuel, but replacing it means twice as much fossil fuel. They're spending tens of millions of dollars to campaign against their own wishes. I wish I was that rich, that I could spend tens of millions to campaign against what I believe in. And so this is how you would stop it. I would have to get to Davos, where all these people are brainwashed by people with interests, and show them the science and say, hey, if you're really against fossil fuel, you need to stop demonizing plastic because you're actually making this worse. Plastic, because it makes cars lighter, because it insulates our homes, and because it prevents food waste, 4% of oil is used to make plastic, but you save more than 4% by making cars lighter, by preventing food waste, and by insulating homes. So they're only looking at one side of the equation, how much oil is used to make plastic, and they forgot, in their infinite wisdom, to count all the other side of the equation, which is how much fossil fuel do you save by using the plastic. So if these people were to ever see the facts, they would change their mind, just like all the policymakers that I've met around the world have changed their minds once they saw the evidence. Unfortunately, I'm not friends with Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Joe Rogan or any of these people that could really make a difference. I'm sitting here on my couch shouting the truth unpaid. So whereas these people have got massive amounts of funding to share nonsense.
Yeah, it's fascinating that you haven't been brought in, because that's what they kind of talk about all the time at these Davos things. And with your experience, you're the one that should be telling them all what to do, and they should heed what you're saying and then resolve everything.
Yeah, they fly on their private jet to talk about how we can save impact, and the worst thing you can do is flying. It's incredible. Yeah, these people need to spend less time trying to look good and feel good and more time actually being good.